This is usually how I start my day nowadays, because they're easy. It's like water, basically.
Damn, who the actual fuck cracks eggs open like this? Today you will get a review of Sv3rige's recent What I Eat in a Day video. It's pretty clear while analyzing the video footage that the 3 in Sv3rige stands for his IQ. But be warned, the eating behavior of Gatis is a combination of disgusting and hilarious. Let's call it disarious.
Wait, is that cooked?
Yeah, cooked by the sun.
You're gonna get salmonella, man.
Told you, we're in for a fun ride. Damn, who is cutting meat with a scissor? You know what makes me wonder, friends? When we are truly natural meat eaters, as Sv3rige claims, why do even sane meat eaters get disgusted by this eating behavior? Number 1. He's at high risk for food poisoning. The most alarming ways about this diet, next to the high animal food consumption and the cholesterol and the high iron and the non-existent fiber and nearly everything this diet consists of, is also the high consumption of raw meats. Consumption of raw foods, especially if they were living, breathing sentient beings beforehand, is a strong risk factor for food poisoning. Blind followers of Sv3rige might claim that people that listen to scientists are sheeps, but in fact you are. You are following the preachings of a guy with clear antisocial traits who is allergic to data. Isaac Newton claimed that if he's ever seen further than others, it's because he stood on the shoulders of giants. If you completely disregard the work of other people that came before you, you're not only selfish, you're also at high risk for winning the Darwin Award. Serious food poisoning with a thing such as E. coli can ruin your life faster than you think. One of the main reasons Sv3rige eats raw meat is because he thinks that raw food is cleansing and fire destroys all the nutrients.
If you put your hand into fire, it will be ouchie, ouchie. And if you put it on a hot stove, it will also be ouchie, ouchie, because fire is destructive, so don't put your food into it.
Fire is not an agent of destruction. Fire is a multi-purpose tool and its effects depend on how it gets used. Let's take a look at a similar phenomenon such as an explosion. It can be used to kill thousands of people in warfare, or it can be used to power your car. Explosions and fires are often used in destructive fashion, yet this doesn't mean that the controlled use of it cannot be beneficial. Number 2, and I really hope this is a no-brainer, he's not taking in key nutrients. My dentist of choice has very high levels of heme iron. While his doctor recommended him to donate blood on a regular basis to counteract his high levels, he disregarded his advice. In my last visit of his practice, he even told me that he started a study with him as a test subject to debunk the claims that high iron levels are dangerous. He claimed that he feels absolutely great. He sounded very sure and looked energetic, so I didn't raise up any concerns. Approximately 6 months later, yes, I don't go often to dentists, I get a letter from the dental practice. I opened it up and expected a freaking bill or a reminder to get my teeth cleaned. Yet instead, it was a tragic 2-page long letter from the children of the dentist, which explained that their father passed away in his sleep. He was in his mid-50s only. Now there's not a direct link with heme iron in this case, it just goes to tell you that subjective feelings are not necessarily correlated with the health of your organism. It also tells you that the people that get sick on a carnivore diet are usually not the one watching videos on YouTube because they're either in the hospital or dead. Sv3rige has alarmingly high levels of heme iron, a whopping artery-crushing cholesterol intake, a gigantuan high protein intake, almost no water intake, and even no freaking fiber. So little fiber intake that I wonder if Sv3rige has ever seen his poop without a red color. Now this is literally a serious issue and I wish Sv3rige would find his way out of this nutritional mess before it is too late. Number 3. Sv3rige eats more fruits than you think.
Just some locally grown fruit. Ik vind fruit lekker.
A little light at the end of the tunnel shows us that Sv3rige is indeed looking for a change. Sv3rige eats watermelon, strawberries, dragon fruits and his casual 1 liter of orange juice. I'm pretty sure Gatis has always eaten plenty of fruits, yet deceived his followers for a long time by not revealing it. But only antisocial Sv3rige knows. Frank Tufano, his friend in Carnivore Diet, actually called him out on that.
She basically met up with Sv3rige and shared some details with me, saying that, you know, Sv3rige drinks water, he eats cooked salted food, and he drinks a lot of fruit juice and eats a lot of fruit.
We should realize that while fruits have anti-inflammatory properties, it's not a cure for an inherently flawed diet that goes against all nutritional knowledge that we've gathered over the last century. It's better than nothing, I guess, but in Sv3rige's diet, the anti-inflammatory fruit intake is probably only a drop on a hot stone. The mission of this YouTube channel is to put veganism across the goal line. If you want to help us achieve that, like and subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Let's make food production great again.